On the growing edge.
And good morning, Ali Benjamin here with Growing Edge Live. We gather every Sunday here to talk about spiritual principles and to feel connected within this little Facebook community. I'm so glad that you're here. Growing Edge is all about healing hearts, transforming lives, and inspiring conscious evolution. So let's get going with a little meditation. If you will, take a minute to adjust your position and get into the most comfortable position for you right now. And if you're sitting, make sure your spine is straight, your neck is tall, your shoulders down, and get a sense of really being grounded and relaxed and centered within yourself. Closing the outer eyes. And let's start with a few deep cleansing breaths. Breathing in peace. Exhaling peace. Breathing in peace. Exhale and completely relax. One more. Sacred breath, holy breath. As we arrive in this moment, there's nowhere else to be. There's nothing else to do other than to simply be here. Present, paying attention, bringing all of your awareness into this moment, and any thoughts that pull you back into the past or into the future, allow those to be witnessed and released. And simply center yourself with your breath in this moment. Relaxing and trusting and knowing that whatever is seeking to be revealed for you today is revealed in crystal clarity. Whether it's a spiritual insight, a deepening into something that you're already experiencing, there's something or some things that are seeking to be revealed to you. And I trust and know that you have the eyes to see, that you open the inner eye that is able to see beyond the physical reality, the physical dimension. The inner eye that sees truth, that sheds light on your life, on your path forward. That you are able to see what was always there, but you were unable to have full awareness of it. Maybe you were distracted. Now, this morning, today, the lens is wiped clean and you see more clearly what is yours to see. And I trust and know that you're able to hear today, hear more deeply, truly listen to the divine, to life, that your spiritual ears are open that you're able to hear beyond the audible. Hear that still small voice within that is always guiding, sharing wisdom, insights. And so, opening that inner ear that you may hear exactly what you need to hear today to have a deeper sense of belonging in your life, that you may hear guidance from the world around you, and it may not be audible, but yet you hear something within yourself, a knowing, a feeling, a sense of moving in a particular direction, or hearing the wisdom that is needed within a current relationship or situation, that you have the ability to hear, to see. And I trust and know that whatever is seeking to be actualized by you, for you, in you, as you, assimilated, that it is done with grace and ease, that you easily make the adjustments within yourself to bring new insights and awareness on board and manifest them fully in and as your life. Just get a sense of that you are a being that is in a constant state of change, of flow, of growth, of evolution, and that the awareness, the wisdom, the insights that you gain today are easily implemented, actualized, integrated into your life, so that you are living wide awake, so that you have self-awareness and discernment to move in the direction that is most beneficial to your soul, most helpful to others, most capable of bringing you a deeper experience of love, joy, and beauty. Breathe that in now. Place your hand on your heart. Have a real sense of owning this moment, of really hearing and seeing and acting today in ways that reflect your most deepest values and your soul's desires. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and be fully present here and now. Good. Very good. So welcome to Growing Edge Live. I'm so glad that you're here today. It's no mistake that you're here. Something led you here, prompted you to find this video and join me and others today in having an awakening of sorts. Today I'm talking about I was, I am, and I will be. I love these three simple statements. They're such wonderful tools to help us have more peace and a greater sense of connection in our lives, connection to not only our own soul, but everything around us, because we're all one. There's only one thing happening here. It's this thing called life. It's this thing called God, Spirit, creative life force, and we're all a part of that. We're all here, alive, awake, all part of this one, but we're individualized expressions of this one. And so who you were, who you are, and who you will be is a great place to start as we enter into our spiritual journey. Many of us are posed that question, who are you? The yogis and sages have offered that question to us so that we can have a deeper connection with who we are really, not just on the surface, who we think we are, the personality, the person that we've become over years and years of conditioning, of listening to the outside world telling us who we need to be through TV and advertising and education and all of that, but who we really are beyond the personality, who we are in our soul as a being of love and light and beauty and joy. And so we begin to realize that we're threefold. We're three-folded beings, three-dimensional beings. We're more than that, really, but we can think of it this way. We're a body. We're this physical body. We're a thinking brain. We have a mind. And we have emotions. And we're here, body, mind, and spirit. We're here having this experience. And so we know a lot about our body, and we know a lot about our thinking. If you've spent any time, you know that you aren't your thoughts, but you have thoughts. And then there's that invisible part of us, our essential nature, our soul, our essence. And so we get to explore that. Who am I? And so as we awaken, we have a deeper appreciation for who we were in the past. Because when we're living at a surface level, when we're living at the level of the ego, we can look back to the past when we're exploring who we were, and we can have all kinds of negative thoughts. Well, I wasn't good enough. I have these things that I did that I'm not so proud of. I did things to sabotage myself. Maybe we carry guilt and shame about our past, who we are, what we've done, and all of that. But this is all ego stuff. This has very little to do with who you really were in the past. Because who you really were in the past is who you are now and who you're going to be. There's an essential part of you that is absolute pure love and joy and beauty and health and light and wisdom and creativity. That's who you were. But the ego kind of hijacks your idea about who you were and brings along a story or overlays a story onto who you think you were. But if we can clean up that story and see the truth that's running through, the thread that's running through our entire life, we begin to see that we were always precious, we were always sacred, we were always a divine child of the universe. And when we adopt that story about who we were, we become softer and gentler and more forgiving and more accepting and more relaxed in the now moment with who we are currently. So cleaning up the past, doing some forgiveness work, identifying with your essential nature, who you've always been, is key to having not only a spiritual awakening of sorts, but to have self-love and self-appreciation. And when we can have a deeper sense of self-love and self-worth and self-esteem, then we're more relaxed in the moment. And why is that important? Because when we're self-centered in ourselves, we have great love for the self. When we're relaxed and peaceful, we're able to unleash our essential nature, our superpowers. We let go of the ego being in charge, the ego defining who we were with all of its negative assessments, and we begin to relax into our true identity, our spiritual identity. And this is so important because then we become a highly effective, creative being. And we begin to experience more beauty, more joy, more love, more creativity, more of our divine qualities that will not only enhance our current situation, who we are right now at the moment, but it enhances our future. It enhances who we will be, because we are creating right now with our current energy, our awareness, where we focus our attention, with the quality of our thoughts. All of this that's going on right now within inside of us is affecting our future self, who we will be. So, right here in this moment is where we co-create, if you will. We co-create who we are becoming. And the best way to co-create or give birth or participate in our own evolution, in our own becoming, is to be centered in love. To be centered in love and peace. And when we're centered in that within ourselves, everything around us in the physical world matches that vibration and that frequency. And so it's really all about the now moment, what you're thinking, the quality of your thoughts, how you're feeling. And it's not to say that sometimes we don't feel sad or frustrated or angry. We do. We're human beings. We're affected by this world. So feel the feels. Notice when you're in a funk, in a place of heaviness, and do whatever you can do to take care of yourself, to acknowledge that, to see what that is, and then maybe meditation or reading some positive spiritual text or material and going for a walk or something that reminds you it's not such a bad place to be, and start to bring yourself out of those heavier feelings into a more light and vibrant now moment. And so we feel our feelings, we move to a better feeling place, and we begin to see that we are always able to adjust, to course correct, to bring ourselves into a place of true, authentic, creative power. We interrupt that pattern. Why? So that we are intentionally creating a future that we love, because the future is built upon the frequency and the vibration of our now, of who we are, who we're thinking we are, who we're feeling that we are. And as we start to feel better about ourselves, as we begin to give ourselves a break, as we begin to center ourselves in our own power and not be so swayed by the winds of change, of the negative news, of all of those things that are occurring outside of ourselves, but we begin to stay centered and focused in love and joy and beauty, we begin to see that it's easier. It's easier than we thought. Being who you truly are, being your spiritual magnificence, is really the easiest thing that you can do once you have self-awareness. Once you understand that you're not your thoughts, you're that which has thoughts. You're not the body, you're that which has a body. And you begin to make friends with these dimensions of yourself. But you know primarily you have an essential self, a sovereign self that is free of needing to react to what's going on in the body and the mind. There is a sovereign self that has complete sovereignty in your life, that you get to decide what you're going to give your attention to. You get to decide how you're going to respond to the world, that you react in ways that are appropriate for a soul, for a living incarnation of divinity. You get to react and respond to the world around you from your most highest awareness. And typically when you're that self-aware, you respond with authentic love. You know when to say no, and you know when to say yes. You know what's for you, and you know what's not for you. And you're easily able to find that voice within you that clearly speaks up for your soul in the most kind and loving and wise way. This is what we're all capable of. And when we own ourselves to this degree, when we are self-sustained and within, knowing that God within us is our sustainer, that the universe is absolutely full, abundant, prosperous, and we have access to that all the time. We're not seeking, we're not craving to get things on the outside, because we know that everything is sourced from within. And we start to develop the consciousness that then attracts those things that bring our physical creature nature the most joy and the most delight on this planet. So I trust and know that this has supported and served you today, that you make friends and delight in who you were, that you start to own who you are, and you start to pay particular attention to who you will be, because who you will be is up to you. It's your responsibility to craft and create a human being having an immense, enormous, brilliant, magnificent human experience. Your human experience is really a spiritual experience. So I trust and know that you feel that. You feel the spiritual nature of your humanness. And this carries you forward, that love carries you forward, that light illuminates you from the inside out, and joy guides you every step of the way. I trust and know that this has supported you today, and thank you for supporting Growing Edge Live. I'd like to close with a little meditation, so if you will, close your eyes and let's activate these truths right now, trusting and knowing that each and every cell of the body is listening, that each and every cell of the body is receiving this truth, this wisdom, that this one life, this one love, this one infinite creative intelligence that we are, that we connect with this awareness, that we identify as a unique and individualized, creative, beautiful soul here on earth to bring forth our divine gifts of love and joy and beauty and wisdom and creativity, that we open up to become a channel for blessings, a channel of blessings for the world today, and that all beings without exception be free to live with safety and strength and security, that all beings without exception are free to live and love with ease, and that all beings without exception wake up to who they truly are and become a channel of blessings within their lives. I speak a blessing for all those that are struggling today, all those that have forgotten, all those that are feeling alone. And I speak this blessing that all beings feel God's love today, feel supported right where they are, and have access to everything they need for their best and highest good. I trust and know that all of us together wake up to the magnificence of being alive, to the beauty of our own essential nature. For this is our blessing, and this is how we bless the world, by waking up to our love, our peace, our joy. Let's take a breath together. Open the eyes. Peace and blessings. Namaste to you. If we can support you, we're here for you. You can go to our website, growingedgelive.com, and connect with us there. Peace and blessings to you. Mwah. Namaste.